Hannah Fry, The Mathematics of Love, Patterns, Proofs, and the Search for the Ultimate Equation, TED Books. Dive into the world of love and relationships through the eyes of mathematics with Hannah Fry's The Mathematics of Love, Patterns, Proofs, and the Search for the Ultimate Equation. This book summary explores fundamental questions about dating, attractiveness, long-term relationships, and decision-making through a mathematical lens. From Peter Backus's seemingly hopeless search for love to understanding the role of algorithms in online dating, the summary offers fascinating insights into how math can help us navigate the complex realm of romance. Discover the importance of facial symmetry and the principle of optimal stopping. Embark on this captivating journey as Fry demystifies the mathematics behind love and relationships.
The Mathematics of Love. Mathematician Peter Backus's search for love led him to calculate the odds of finding a girlfriend in London. He estimated that out of 4 million women, just 26 were likely to be a good match for him based on his strict criteria. However, by loosening his standards, he could have had 832 potential partners. This highlights the importance of being flexible in our search for romantic love. Backus's calculations show that while the odds may seem against us, we can increase our chances of finding love by being open-minded and flexible. The elusiveness of beauty. The concept of beauty is elusive, and in the eye of the beholder. However, there are underlying mathematical principles connected to beauty. Some suggest that beauty is based on the golden ratio, a mathematical concept applied to human attractiveness. However, the golden ratio theory is flawed as defining precise measurements for features such as the nose, eyes, and ears can be imprecise. Instead, researchers found that overlaying images of numerous faces from a given ethnic group produces an average face shape that is widely considered attractive. This preference for average face shape is believed to be rooted in our evolutionary psychology, where we tend to avoid unusual facial shapes that could indicate genetic mutations. Additionally, facial symmetry is also an important factor that is consistently rated highly in attractiveness surveys. While there might not be a definitive mathematical formula for beauty, these factors play a crucial role in what we perceive as beautiful. The Nash Equilibrium. When it comes to approaching someone you're attracted to, following the Nash Equilibrium is the way to go. This was established by mathematician John Nash, who suggested approaching the 4 brunettes instead of all the men trying to get the attention of the most beautiful blonde at the party. His theory maintains that it is better to work your way down a list of people you'd like to hook up with instead of making a beeline for the person you find most attractive. If you do the asking, even though there's a chance of rejection, you'll end up better off than waiting for people to come to you, resulting in settling for a less preferable person. Online dating, a brave new world. Dating sites use algorithms to find compatible partners, but there are limitations to how effective they can be. In today's digital era, dating sites have become the norm for many to find potential partners. OkCupid, a free site founded by mathematicians, uses a sophisticated algorithm to calculate the compatibility of 2 individuals. The algorithm generates a score that reflects how well 2 people match based on their answers to a questionnaire and how important they feel each question is. For instance, if a user rates a question mandatory, it receives 250 points, and if a question is not at all important, it receives just 1 point. The algorithm then compares the answers of 2 people, and the resulting score is an average of their match percentages. While this algorithm may seem perfect, it still has limitations. The data collected from the questionnaire doesn't paint a complete picture of an individual, nor does it consider their real-life experiences. For example, 2 people may both adore the same films, but that doesn't indicate how they will feel about watching a movie together. Despite its limitations, dating sites have become a valuable tool for many individuals, especially those who lack the time or confidence to meet people face-to-face. This algorithm may not be perfect, but it does provide a foundation for individuals to build their conversations and relationships upon, as they search for the right partner. Mastering the art of persuasion through game theory. Game theory can help men who want to persuade women to have sex with them by choosing gifts with high value that must be shared to have meaning. Are there mathematical rules we can use to help us in matters of the heart? Game theory, the study of how people make decisions in situations with multiple participants, can definitely offer some helpful insights. Mathematicians Peter Sozu and Robert Seymour have come up with a creative approach applicable for men who are determined to persuade women to have sex with them. The technique involves assessing a range of available offerings, including flowers or a candle at dinner, and selecting the most likely gifts to persuade without attracting women who just want the gift. Based on game theory, the woman is viewed as an adversary who uses sex as a bargaining chip, giving you a range of options. Science tells us it's worth picking gifts of high value that must be shared to have meaning, such as a candle at dinner, a fancy firework display, or driving a Ferrari to impress your special someone. But stay away from buying jewelry. The book also highlights that dating can be thought of as an auction, wherein the bidders submit bids. Generally, the strongest bidder, in this case, the most attractive woman, is perceived to have the highest chance of winning the man. However, game theory posits that it's often the weak bidder who comes out on top. This is because the weak bidder does everything to attract the man's attention, whereas the confident one is less likely to make the effort. In essence, mastering the art of persuasion involves learning the rules of the game. Mathematical insights on sexual networks. Mathematics can offer practical tips for sexual relationships. A group of mathematicians found a formula for determining the number of sexual partners we're likely to have over our lifetime following the power law distribution instead of the normal bell curve distribution. Those who have a significantly higher number of sexual partners create focus points in the sexual network and are the critical players in the transmission of disease. The handy rule can also be used to anticipate the spread of epidemics. Mathematical approach to finding your perfect match. Math can help you find the perfect partner, and the optimal stopping theory can guide you in selecting your potential life partner. According to this theory, if you're destined to date 10 people over your lifetime, you have the highest chance of finding the one if you reject your first 4 partners. Similarly, the theory suggests you should call it quits after dating your first 8 partners, if 20 is your dating quota for life. However, to apply this theory, one needs to understand the crucial number, 37, which determines how long you wish to date. For instance, if you start dating at the age of 15, with an aim to be settled at 40, then reject everyone in the first 37% of your dating window until just after you turn 24, giving you over a 1 in 3 chance of finding your perfect match. Math for wedding planning. Planning a wedding can be stressful, especially when it comes to the guest list. However, mathematics can help you anticipate the number of people who will attend. Start by listing all potential invitees as groups, with the number of people in each group. Then, score how likely each group is to attend and multiply it by the number of people in the group. This will give you the expected number of people who will accept. By keeping a running total of the expected number of guests, you can invite the right number of people to your wedding, making it one less thing to worry about. Predicting marriage success. Did you know that there's a mathematical formula for predicting how positively or negatively marriage partners will behave when it's their turn to speak or act in a conversation? Psychologist John Gottman developed a scoring system that predicts divorces with up to 90% accuracy just by observing a couple talking to each other. But with mathematician James Murray's help, Gottman uncovered how spirals of negativity in conversations affect relationships. Murray created 2 similar formulas for husbands and wives to calculate how positive or negative they will be in their responses. For example, a wife's response may depend on her general mood, her mood when she is with her husband, and how he influences her. If a husband behaves negatively, like interrupting her when she is speaking, it can negatively impact his wife. With this formula, we can determine when a husband is sufficiently negative to tip the mood of his wife, leading to a likely breakup. These equations also successfully describe what happens between 2 countries during an arms race. Understanding these formulas can help maintain wedded bliss in a long-term relationship.
In conclusion, The Mathematics of Love it takes readers on an enlightening adventure through the complicated world of love, using mathematical principles to offer guidance and wisdom along the way. From finding the perfect partner in what seems like an endless sea of options, to understanding how mathematical theories like the Nash Equilibrium can help us make better choices in social situations, this book summary presents a captivating and understandable approach to a subject that has long baffled us all. Share in Peter Backus's journey as he too finds love, while unveiling the true power and adaptability of mathematics. Ultimately, this illuminating exploration of the mathematics of love reveals how math can help enhance our understanding of human behavior and assist us in making better decisions in our romantic lives.